Hi, how are you doing today?
Good,
Good. I was very proud of you yesterday with our lesson. Why do you think I was very proud of you?
because I did a good job.
You did. Your behavior chart looked amazing yesterday. And I see that you got 2 stickers for today also. So you're doing a great job. So let's continue on that path.
Okay.
Okay? You're doing very, very well. I'm very proud of you. Do you remember yesterday's lesson? We did it on main idea.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We did. This is the organizer from yesterday. I know you really liked the paragraph on roller coasters. Do you remember what the main idea was on roller coasters?
Um, People love roller coasters because they're they're fun and scary at the same time.
That's right. That's right. That was your favorite. Was that your favorite paragraph?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I know you like roller coasters. And then you filled in the main idea also. You did very well on that. But these were short paragraphs. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to show you another strategy, which is called getting the gist. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to read a longer passage and we're going to take each paragraph and summarize it in 10 words or less. I learned this when I was your age, and I still do it to find the main idea. I do it in my head, though. I don't write it down because I'm so used to it now. But it's a very good strategy when you're reading a long passage because you have to remember a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I right?
You're alright because it's easier. Um, this strategy is easier
Yeah, it
to
actually
help you.
makes, yeah, it helps you. Very good. You're listening. Very, very good. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go over some vocabulary words with you. I think you know some of them, or you might not, but I just picked them out just so we'll be sure if you know them or not. So when we go and read, you know what we're talking about. Snarling. Do you know what snarling is?
Snarling is um, snarling is when a dog growls at you.
Yes, that's very good. But the definition also has an extra part to it where they show your teeth, where they show their teeth. So they're growling and they're showing their teeth. Do you have a dog?
Yes.
Yes. Does he ever do that? Does he show his teeth and like snarl at somebody?
Yes.
When does he do that?
When he hears someone walking from the backyard
Oh, okay. Why do you think he does that?
because he thinks people might come in like attack or something.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a guard dog, right? Okay. Um, there was another word, reputation. Do you know what reputation is?
Um, no.
No. Reputation is the belief or opinion that are generally held about someone or something.
Okay.
So, can you explain that in your own words?
Um, for an example, say someone did something good.
Uh huh.
That means people that know them will expect that they'll keep doing things good consistently.
That's right. Very good. Yes, very good. Um, remember we were reading about Yellowstone National Park the other week? You remember
Yeah.
a little bit? Uh huh. And it was about, let me show you a picture. Okay. Do you remember that you see the animals there? And it
Mm-hmm.
has the mountains and the rivers.
Yeah.
So it's protected. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just remember that when we're reading
Okay.
because that's something that we will have to remember for the passage. Okay. I think that was about it for vocabulary. Now, I actually have a cheat sheet. So getting the gist, I told you what it is, but I'm going to tell you specifically what you need to look for in the passage, in the paragraph before we start reading it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So who or what is the paragraph mostly about? So we're going to look for that. What is the most important thing about who or what? So we're going to look at who, and we're going to look at what's the most important thing that they did.
Okay.
Okay. Then we put together the answers and tell the main idea in 10 words or less.
Okay.
Okay. Do you get what we have to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can read the first one, the first paragraph, and I will actually show you how I think about it so that you know how to do the rest of them. So you can learn the strategy for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. So would you like to read it here or on the iPad?
On the iPad.
On the iPad. Okay. Do we know where it is? Open it, and I will take this over here so you have more room. Here you go. And I will leave the cheat sheet here for you for later, just in case you need it
Okay.
when you're doing it on your own. Okay, so let's read the first paragraph.
Wolves were the first thing that man thought of. He was by himself in the northern Minnesota when his car broke down. The man could have walked to a warm, safe place, but he was afraid. He pictured a pack of snarling wolves tearing him apart if he left his car all night. He stayed in the car, shivering with cold and fright.
Okay, so who was this about?
The man,
The man. So, okay, it was about the man. And what was he doing?
he was shivering in his car because it broke down, and he was imagining there was a pack of snarling wolves that.
Yes. So what I'm thinking this is mostly about is the man
Mhm.
and what he was imagining. So he was afraid of the wolves attacking him, right? So he stayed in his car. So how I would summarize this paragraph would be, a man was afraid of a pack of snarling wolves.
Yeah.
Or man was afraid of imaginary snarling wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those two kind of make sense. So that's the main idea of this paragraph, that he was afraid of the wolves, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to read number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man need not have worried. Though wolves attacking human beings is one of the myths that have given the animal such a bad reputation. Wolves kill only for food. Like all wild animals, they fear and run from anything new or strange. Wolves are very smart. They cooperate with each other in hunting and in caring for their pups.
That's right. So, what is this about?
It is about the man and the wolves.
Uh-huh. So, what were they saying in this paragraph? So, that's who it was about. Now, what is the most important thing that
The
they're talking
wolves'
about?
reputation.
The wolves' reputation. What about it?
The wolves' bad reputations because they.
Well, over here they said wolves kill only for food, like all wild animals, right?
Mhm.
So humans don't have to worry about the myth because it's a myth that they attack humans. So what I would say is wolves hunt for food and not for humans. That's 8.
Yes, that
Is that the main
works.
idea?
Uh-huh.
That works for you? Okay. Um, here is actually, would you like to write it down? Getting the gist for each paragraph? Because this is the organizer that we're using, or would you want to tell me instead?
Tell you instead.
You want to tell me instead? Okay. All right. So I'll write them down so we know what we're doing. So the first one was man was afraid. But what was the first one?
Man was afraid of a pack of snarling, or his imagination, pack of snarling wolves.
Very good, very good. Now the second one was wolves hunt
Animals for food and not humans.
not. Okay, very good. You think, let's try the third one.
Early hunters admired wolves, but when people began farming, wolves became a threat. They killed sheep and cattle that had replaced the land's wild game. Stories were told about the big bad wolf. Out of fear, people began to hunt wolves. Pretty soon, there were almost none left.
Oh, wow, okay. Who is this about?
Wolves and hunters.
Wolves and people hunting them, right? So what do you think the third paragraph would be about?
About
This was also about the farmers, right? It was about the farmers
Yeah.
killing the wolves. So it was about farmers and wolves.
Mhm.
So what can you say about that?
wolves had like a bad reputation because they were killing farm animals such as sheep, and farmers wanted to hunt them so they can keep them away from their farm animals.
Very good, very good. So now, do you think you can put in 10 words or less? Let's say wolves killed farmers' animals and myths were made about wolves. So
That's
wolves
9.
wolves kill farmers' animals and myths were made about wolves. That's exactly 10.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's try to read the last one and do that one.
In the 1990s, some wolves were brought to the United States to live in Yellowstone National Park. Because of the wolves' bad reputation, farmers near Yellowstone became nervous. They feared that wolves would hurt them or their animals. They tried to get the wolves taken away. In 2000, the case went before a judge who ruled the wolves could stay. Maybe after living near wolves, more people will understand this caring animal and try to save it.
Wow. Okay. So, just the fourth paragraph. What? Who is this about?
It's about judges, farmers, and wolves.
Okay. So, how can we summarize this? How can we get the gist of this paragraph? So, that's who it's about. What is the most important thing about the who or what? So, what's the most important thing that they're talking about in here?
Wolves' reputation,
Uh huh.
and that farmers don't like wolves. They don't want them killing their animals or hurting them.
They don't want. Yes, that's true. And the judge said what?
The judge said that they can stay because people think that they're bad, but
Mhm.
they're actually caring animals.
So, wolves, what can we say? about this paragraph?
Wolves aren't as bad as you think they are.
Well, okay. Wolves. I think that is the summary for the whole passage. Wolves aren't as bad as you think they are. What is the truth about wolves? Right? So for the fourth paragraph, I think that actually wolves were brought to Yellowstone National Park to be free. Because in the third paragraph, the farmers were killing them. Right?
Uh-huh.
And in the fourth paragraph, what happened? They brought the wolves to.
Yellowstone so they can be safe from farmers.
That's right. So I think they were brought there to be safe, right?
Yeah.
So now, what is the truth about wolves?
They aren't as bad as you think they are.
That's right.
Kill.
Because they don't what? Kill.
They only kill for food. They don't kill humans.
Uh-huh.
They don't hurt humans.
So that's the main idea of this whole passage.
Mhm.
Very good. Do you think that you can do one on your own?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. The other one I picked for you is in here. Also. Okay. So what you can do is, let me find my book. Would you want to read it on the iPad or on paper?
iPad.
iPad? Okay. Were you, okay. Do you want to read it and write it, or would you like to tell me?
I'd like to tell you.
Okay. All right, so let's start reading. You can start reading the first one.
Teeth are the most important tool.
Wait. Let's read the title.
What are sharks' teeth like?
Okay, so this is going to be about what?
Sharks' teeth.
Awesome. Okay, so let's read number 1.
Teeth are the most important tool that a shark has. A shark may have 40 to several hundred of them. The teeth are lined up in rows inside its mouth. Most sharks use 5 or 6 rows at a time.
Okay, so who is this about?
Sharks.
Sharks? Okay, and what is the most important thing they're talking about the sharks?
They have several hundreds of teeth, and they use 5 to 6 rows of teeth at a time.
Okay, so what's the main 10 words or less? Can we do that?
They have several
Sharks?
Sharks have several hundreds of teeth.
I think that's pretty good. I think that works. That was the main idea, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's try number 2.
The oldest teeth are in the outside row. Newer teeth are flat against the inside part of the jaw. Sometimes a shark loses its outside teeth by biting on something too hard. A boat, for example, may have shark's teeth left inside after an attack, but the shark does not have to worry. New teeth from inside rows begin to move into place. Within 24 hours, they grow bigger as the shark grows bigger.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot of information, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so who is this about again?
Sharks.
Sharks. And their teeth, right?
Mhm.
So what's the most important thing in here?
That when they attack, they sometimes lose their teeth, and their teeth regrows in the past 24 hours.
Yes, that's very important. So can we do it in 10 words or less?
Sharks' teeth get stuck.
That's too much.
Sharks lose their teeth,
Sharks lose their teeth
and they grow back in 24 hours.
in 24 hours. Okay. We'll count that as 10. Very good. Okay. You're doing an awesome job. Let's try the third one, the third paragraph.
You can tell what kind of shark you are looking at by the shape of its teeth. Some sharks' teeth are wide triangles.